Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Emanuel-C channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Last Week in Tech, the show giving you weekly tech updates. Today, I'll be talking about Elon Musk donating $5.7 billion to end world hunger, Cyberpunk releasing a surprise next-gen update, and Sony's new open earbuds, the LinkBuds. We're gonna start today with Elon Musk donating $5.74 billion to end world hunger. Elon donated just over 5 million Tesla shares, which was worth $5.74 billion at the time of his donation. This donation took place over 10 days back in November of 2021, and it was disclosed to the public on February 14th this year. A little bit of backstory. Some of you may not know, but last year, David Beasley, the director of UN's World Food Program, told CNN $6 billion could help 42 million people that are literally going to die if we don't reach them. It's not complicated. He specifically mentioned Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, two of the richest men in the world, and said that a small percentage of a fortune the size of Elon Musk could help solve world hunger, which at the time was $300 billion, and he's only worth $240 billion now. So let me know if you need a loan, Elon. Jeff Bezos has been too busy going to space, working out and drinking protein shakes to care what David Beasley has to say. Elon, much like Michael Jordan, took it personally. And on Sunday, October 31st, tweeted, "If WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now." There was a bit of back and forth between Elon and David on Twitter, but it's unclear whether or not the two met. Coincidentally, about a week after that, on Saturday, November 6th, 2021, Elon actually held a Twitter poll. In the poll, he asked the public whether or not he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock in order to pay taxes on his unrealized gains. Elon's Twitter poll happened, and 3.5 million people voted, with 57.9% of them saying yes. It should be noted that Elon had stock options that were set to expire in August of 2022, which he has to sell. The sale of these could create an income tax bill of $15 billion. So no matter what the vote said, he would have had to start selling Tesla shares by the millions. On November 15th, David Beasley tweeted the UN $6.6 billion hunger plan and tagged Elon in it. The plan showed how the UN could distribute $6.6 billion worth of meals and vouchers to feed over 40 million people across 43 countries that are on the brink of famine. Now, the final piece of the story. According to a Securities and Exchange Commission filing, between November 19th and 29th of 2021, Elon sold 5,044,000 Tesla shares, worth $5.74 billion, and gave this money as a bona fide gift to an unknown charity. All of this took place within about a month of David Beasley originally calling out Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk on CNN. As of this recording, the United Nations World Food Plan says it hasn't received a check from Elon. It's still unknown whether or not Elon Musk and David Beasley ever had that candlelit dinner discussing the solution to global food insecurity. It's still unknown whether or not the World Food Plan ever receives any of Elon's $5.74 billion. Who knows if we ever find out where the money went to. But the fact that the world's richest man is engaging in discussion on how to solve world hunger is a good thing. It's interesting to me that we don't know who he's donated to yet. Elon Musk is someone who is very good at creating good press for him and his companies. World's richest man ends world hunger is a pretty good headline. I mean, you clicked on it, right? Now, he's tweeted in the past that when he makes donations, he prefers to keep them private. It could stay private forever. The fact that it's in the news is a good look for him already. But if you ask me, I'm sure at some point we'll find out where all this money went. At least he's not focusing on sending himself to space and getting swole. Next up on the episode, we'll be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 releasing a surprise next-gen update. On February 15th, CD Projekt RED announced the patch 1.5 for Cyberpunk 2077. This patch finally optimizes the game for next-generation consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. It fixed a lot of bugs the original release had. They've been fixing them since the game came out, but the last update was September, which was the patch 1.31. This patch brings things like new weapons, the ability to buy new apartments, and the ability to change your appearance. Originally, once you created your character in the beginning of the game, you couldn't change how they look at all. They've now added the ability to change your character's appearance after the fact. They've also added a bunch of changes to driving mechanics, how NPCs react with you and each other, and how much money you get from missions. There are also some performance updates, including ray tracing support, 4K resolution and dynamic scaling, faster loading times, and a variety of other visual and technical improvements. They've added 2 graphics modes on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. There's a performance mode, which locks the frame rate at 60 frames per second with dynamic 4K scaling and no ray tracing, and a ray tracing mode, which locks the frame rate at 30 frames per second, but provides photorealistic shadow rendering, as well as dynamic 4K scaling. These modes aren't available on the Xbox Series S, which by default runs the game at 30 frames per second in 1440p with dynamic resolution scaling. The PS5 version also adds support for adaptive triggers on their DualSense controllers. There will also be a 5-hour free trial of Cyberpunk 2077 on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S until March 15th. It seems they're trying to make the game more action-packed and less like a tabletop RPG, almost Grand Theft Auto-y. They seem to be trying to win people over. There's been so much negative press around the game, especially considering how much press there was surrounding it when it first came out. Do you think it's a good method? If you were CD Projekt RED, would you continue to cater to the people who currently like your game and hope it grows organically by more of those people finding it? Or would you make changes to it and try to attract a new audience, possibly casting aside your original fans and crowd? Do you think it's too late for them to win over the court of public opinion? I'm interested in trying it out more than I've been before, especially considering the press around its original release. I definitely wasn't going to spend money and buy the game when everyone kept reporting how broken it was. But now I'll probably try to play it. I think the demo is a good idea. I think it's a great idea. I think all games should have a demo. Developers spend so much time, years, possibly decades working on games. By giving people a free demo, you don't really lose anything. Why not try and get it in front of as many people as possible? People who really want to buy your game will buy it anyways. People who are on the fence can get a taste and then possibly be encouraged to buy the full game or talk to their friends about it. For people who weren't interested in buying it, you definitely won't pay for it. But there's a possibility you could play a free demo and possibly be swayed towards the full game. And finally, we're going to talk about Sony's new open earbuds, the LinkBuds. Sony recently came out with a brand new pair of earbuds called the LinkBuds. And what makes these more interesting compared to a lot of earbuds we've seen in the past is that they don't go into your ear canal, like Galaxy Buds, like AirPods and all of their clones. And they're essentially open-backed or open-fronted. Traditional earbuds block your ear canal and create a passive seal to prevent external noises from getting in. Higher-end earphones and earbuds have started to use active noise cancellation to emit a frequency that actually cancels out external noises. Some people prefer open earbuds for various reasons. Some people may find they don't like the pressure traditional earbuds create in their ear, and it's not uncommon for people to report headaches because of this. Also, sometimes people just like being somewhat aware of their surroundings. Lots of high-end headphones and earbuds have added a transparency mode to mitigate not being aware of your surroundings by using microphones on the outside of the earbuds to play sounds on the inside, creating a solution to a problem which is the result of technology we created. Like how at some point with electric vehicles, I think we'll get to the point where autonomous driving is so mainstream that cars with a steering wheel allowing you to drive yourself will be a huge marketing point. Anyways, each earbud has a donut-style hole punch in the section that sits in your ear, so there's no plugging of the ear canal or passive noise cancellation blocking you from hearing things around you. Think of it as an always-on, built-in transparency mode. One cool feature the LinkBuds have is what Sony is calling wide area tap. There are touch controls on the actual buds, standards like playing or pausing music, advancing tracks, volume up or down. But you can also tap just in front of your ear on your jawline for all of these same controls. However, this feature may be annoying if you plan to wear your earbuds while boxing. From reviews of people who got a pair, some pros, they have a comfortable, lightweight fit that stays in your ear better than AirPods, great voice calling performance, and is rated IPX4 splash proof. And some cons? They have good sound for open earbuds, but they don't have the best bass performance and can't get loud enough for some people, especially in loud settings like busy streets, busy subways, or bus rides. And that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button down below. Helps out a ton. And if you're new here to the Emanuel-C channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you can keep up with all the uploads coming here on the channel. If you're interested in a more in-depth conversation, click the link below to check out my podcast with a friend covering this episode's topics. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emanuel-C, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.